I threw a party for my 10-year-old son and invited the whole family. Not a single relative showed up. Exactly 7 days later, my mother forwarded an invitation. My niece's sweet 16 for my niece. $2,100 a head. Venmo requested immediately, not one word of apology, so I sent exactly $1. Memo line, congratulations on everything. Then I changed every lock in the house and blocked every number. 2 days after that, 2 police officers were standing on my porch. My name is Evan, I'm 33, single dad. I keep networks running for a living and spreadsheets for therapy. I know where every penny lives. I can tell you which grocery store puts the 12-pack juice boxes out on Tuesday mornings and which one still has milk under $4. My son Leo is 10, allergic to olives, convinced I'm magic because I can uncoil an Ethernet cable without cursing. We rent a small house with a patchy backyard and a grill I dragged home from someone else's trash. My family lives 20 minutes away. I used to think that meant something. The morning of Leo's birthday, I hung blue streamers like prayer flags. I picked up a Costco sheet cake that said Leo level 10 in 8-bit frosting. I rented an inflatable soccer dartboard and borrowed folding chairs from the neighbor who waves but never stops to talk. 6 kids from his class showed up. The street smelled like lighter fluid and watermelon. I kept glancing at the driveway. Mom had texted, "We'll be there, promise." Courtney, Aunt Coco's bringing goodie bags, Nate, sliding through after the gym little man. I lined water bottles along the porch railing like soldiers. I taped a trash bag to the fence so the yard wouldn't look abandoned. Every 15 minutes I refreshed the family chat. Nothing. When the pizza guy pulled up, I asked him to wait a second, half expecting a caravan. He looked past me at the 6 kids and the sea of empty chairs and said, "Nah, man, you're good." 2 o'clock became 3. The sun slid west. The neighbor across the street carried over an extra cooler of ice. "Big crowd?" she asked. I smiled the way you do when your face forgets how to move. At 3:11, my phone buzzed. "Mom, don't be dramatic, Evan. It's just a kid's party, just a kid's party." I read it 3 times because the first 2 my brain refused delivery. No running late. No so sorry. Just that sentence sitting in the middle of the screen like a dead bird. Leo ran up, flushed and happy. "Dad, cake now?" "Yeah, bud, let's sing," we sang. He blew out all 10 candles in one proud breath. He had frosting on his chin, and I took a picture I'll keep until I die. I slipped inside to rinse the knife and breathe. The screen door hadn't even shut before the chat lit up again. "Courtney, catch the next one, today's chaos." Then her story notification hit my lock screen. 5 mimosas in a row, captioned Self-Care Saturday on a Saturday, and there in the corner was my mother laughing, sunglasses on, champagne flute raised. Nate's tattooed arm draped across both their chairs. I stood in my kitchen holding a wet knife while children cheered goal outside, and something inside me quietly snapped in half. I went back out, handed out cake, laughed in the right places, and never mentioned the empty chairs. When the last kid left, Leo and I sat on the living room carpet and built the Lego Starfighter he'd unwrapped. He never once asked where Grandma was. 10-year-olds are merciful that way. At 8:04 p.m. after he passed out mid-pizza slice like a tiny exhausted, we can't tell the full story in a short video. If you want to see the full story, click the link in the